You know that guy your uncle warned you about that said, if you buy crypto, you're going to lose your shirt? Well, I'm that guy. I lost my shirt because I've been listening to The Simpsons tell me to buy crypto. I've been paying attention to the clues, and I'm down bad, man. My portfolio's down millions of dollars because I've been buying too much crypto. So when will I get my shirt back? When will my portfolio be in profits? Is crypto going to zero? These are the questions that I have. I need to know. When is crypto going to the moon, or am I going to be living in a van down by the river? Well, in this video, what we're going to talk about is the secret clues The Simpsons are hinting at in this specific episode right here that we need to pay attention to, and what this has to do with Ripple and XRP. We're getting into the gematria. Yes, we're going deep down the rabbit hole into what Springfield has to do with crypto. People that watch this video that says Ripple XRP $10,000 saying it's all BS. Well, is it actually true? Does XRP has the potential to go to $10,000, or is it a bunch of nonsense? We're dispelling the myths, and we're going to discuss what's taking place in the crypto market right now that caused over $1 billion to be liquidated from Bitcoin over the past 24 to 48 hours, and the most likely scenario to happen next in the short term and the midterm and the long term. Plus, we have to get into total 2, the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin compared to the past, what this has to do with XRP and where XRP could go that nobody is ready for, and exactly what I am doing to get my shirt back in crypto so that way I'm not living in a van down by the river this year. So if you guys are still feeling bullish, if you're backing up the truck for the dip, if you're holding your bags, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, if you're feeling bullish, let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So I'm gonna put the only shirt that I have back on so you don't have to look at my pasty white nipples here as we dive into the market and see what's going on, because with virtually everything down right now, over the next few minutes, I'm gonna dive into what's going on, specifically on the Bitcoin stock to flow model, and the reason why I'm not worried right now at all, and what I expect to happen over the next few weeks. But before I do, I just want to let you guys know you have 2 days left to benefit from the Visa MasterCard lawsuit if you have a business. So far, we've helped 363 businesses that have processed $426 million get approved to receive back over $4.6 million of money they didn't even know was on the table. So if you're down bad in crypto right now, well, this is an amazing way to be able to get money back in your pocket, to be able to recoup your losses, and you only have 2 days to take action on this before it goes away forever. This is super time sensitive, especially if you're looking to stack more crypto before the bull run is over. Did you know that Visa and MasterCard lost a $5.5 billion class action lawsuit for imposing unfair fees on merchants and business owners? So if you own a business, or if you know any business owners that process payments with Visa or MasterCard between 2004 and 2019, that's 15 years, you could actually be owed a refund of 1 to 1.5% of your total revenue from that period. That's a lot of money. For example, this business that generated 1.6 million in credit card revenue during those years is getting back $28,000. This business that generated over 7 million is getting back $93,000. And this business that generated over $20 million during those years is getting back over $320,000. That's money they didn't even know was on the table. And all they did was fill out a form through the link below this video. It literally takes less than a minute to see if you qualify, but you don't want to wait too long because the deadline to file is February 4th, 2025. So the sooner that you fill out the form below, the sooner that you can reclaim what's rightfully yours. Plus, if you don't have a business, you can actually earn 3% by referring businesses that do qualify by creating your affiliate account through the link below. So this is a no-brainer way to get money back in your pocket to use for your business, or if you want to use it for crypto or other assets to invest in, you can do that. So click the link below. Let's get you paid. So the idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over, according to Donald Trump. We are going to require commitment from these seemingly hostile countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty US dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful US economy. They can go find another sucker nation. There is no chance the BRICS will replace the US dollar in international trade or anywhere else. And any country that tries should say hello to tariffs and goodbye to America. So we have Goldman Sachs saying that the US tariffs on Mexico and Canada will be short-lived. Do not panic sell.
Today, the United States informed us they will be imposing 25% tariffs on Canadian exports to the United States and 10% on Canadian energy. A decision that, should they elect to proceed with, should take effect on Tuesday, February 4th.
So rather than freaking out and selling into rumors, which is what a lot of people are doing right now because of uncertainty, markets move primarily off of the news, the rumors, rather than the actual facts of what's taking place, because we have to look at the data and what's actually happening, because data reveals that retail investors are panic selling, but institutions are quietly accumulating. Right here on this chart, we can see retail in blue, large investors in red, and price in white. And so there's been a massive dump off in retail, weak hands getting shaken out of their positions, and we've seen an increase in large investors, whales and institutions accumulating more, which is why the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. All right, when major companies are filing for ETFs, for example, Purpose Investments, they have $23 billion in assets under management, just filed a preliminary prospectus for a spot XRP ETF. Traders on poly markets now see an 81% chance of an XRP ETF approval in 2025. And we also have the former CFTC chair saying this about the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit.
Part of that issuance was deemed a security, part of it wasn't. SEC's appealing.
Yes.
There's a Trump SEC coming in. Are they going to drop the case, you think?
So, Charlie, as you know, I wrote a definitive law review article before that case was brought, arguing that XRP was not a security subject to the SEC. It turned out that the judge who ruled in that case sided with the view,
or half
of it.
Right.
I would recommend that it's time for regulatory agencies to drop a lot of these cases where they've lost at the trial court.
If you were a betting man, would they drop the XRP case?
I think they should. And
will they?
I would bet they would.
So with the tariff news from Trump causing panic in the market, yet we have so much more bullish news to look forward to, let's just look at the charts and let's see what they're showing. Because the Bitcoin stock to flow model that shows the days until the next halving and then puts this color code from red to purple on here, let's see where we are in comparison to the past. Because if we zoom in right here, Bitcoin's halving was all the way back here in April of 2024 when Bitcoin's price was around $60,000 to $70,000. And now that we're sitting just right around $100,000, consolidating within this range right here as we transition from orange to light orange, getting ready to go to yellow. Well, let's refresh the page and let's see where we were last market cycle right around this time frame when we were transitioning from orange to light orange, getting ready to go to light yellow. We were still in a bull market. It wasn't until we transitioned from a yellow to light green that we saw a major sell-off in the market. And then from light green to blue on the right hand side of the screen, we peaked out at the lime green color right here. Let's look at the last cycle and let's see what happened back in 2016 until 2017. So when we transitioned from dark orange to light orange, we saw this rally up in the market to about 1,200. We sold off back down to $935. And then during yellow is when we went all the way up to $2,900. And then from yellow to light green, there was some volatility, 30% corrections on the way up. But look at how far above the stock to flow line we went, close to 20K during the lime green phase of the market. So for people to say that we are at the top right now and that we're going down and that the bull market is over, but yet when we look at the stock to flow rainbow indicator, it shows us that the true top of the market comes after yellow, and right now we are transitioning from dark orange to light orange, and we are still below the stock to flow line by a magnitude of about $120,000, because the price right now at 100 grand and the stock to flow model line shows we should roughly be at $220,000. Even at the peak here where it plateaus, roughly around $400,000, shows that relative to the past, Bitcoin is undervalued as we transition from dark orange to light orange. So sure, there could be some more volatility to the downside, but just based on this chart alone, based on the data, we're far from the top of the market cycle, because every single market cycle, the top has come in around lime green and we're not even to yellow yet. Plus, everything is playing out as it always does. Every cycle, Binance flushes max pain before the markup. So newbies panic and hodlers, large holders, buy the dip. which is exactly what I just showed you in this chart right here by Crypto Quant, with retail selling off and large investors buying up their bags. So no, the title is not clickbait. This is all part of their plan, and I'm going to cover what happens next over the next few months that we need to be ready for. But before we get into some more charts and more facts and more data to help you get your shirt back if you lost your shirt over the past week or two in the market, and let's just see what the Simpsons have to say. Now, quick disclaimer, there are plenty of reasons to be bullish on crypto and the long-term future of the market other than some cartoons that tell you to buy crypto. By no means am I saying to buy crypto because of a cartoon here. I just find this stuff really interesting because I personally don't believe in coincidences, and I'm going to share with you why. But check this out.
Buy crypto, suckers!
So right here, we can see the symbols on the back of this stone couch here, and this looks like a triskelion, right? Now, one thing that's interesting, in another image from the same episode, we can see the grandpa sitting right here, and we see his back covering the other side of the triskelion right here. And for those of you that don't know what a triskelion is, it's an ancient symbol consisting of a triple spiral exhibiting rotational symmetry. The spiral design can be based on interlocking Archimedean spirals or represent 3 bent human legs. So in this case, they're using the spirals.
No! The money's gone.
And in my last video, I talked about this episode right here that says countdown to Y2K with 2 planes crashing in the sky. And then on the bottom left, we see the US dollar going to 0 with a dead computer right here in season 33, episode 1. And now season 33, episode 2 is showing the triskelion, with this episode airing October 3rd of 2021. Now, if you guys want more context about why this matters, then consider checking the other video out that I posted 2 weeks ago that got about 55,000 views. I'll leave a link in the description below after this one. But if we just look up triskelion, this is what it looks like right here. And very similar to the Ripple logo right here for the company. So it's not just a coincidence here. This is actually the triskelion logo. And I proved in a previous video of them doing a tour through the Ripple office saying this.
So it's symbolized by phi, this Greek symbol. And so out of that, we create a logo called the triskelion, which is our Ripple logo. And so out of that, we create a logo called the triskelion, which is our Ripple logo.
Now, if we look up triskelion on the Gematria calculator right here, we can also see it comes up as Grateful Dead. As you guys know, Grateful Dead came out with a song called Ripple 4 years ago. And this was posted December 17th, 2020. Now, do you guys remember what happened in December of 2020? Well, precisely 5 days after that song was posted on YouTube, the Securities and Exchange Commission filed their lawsuit against Ripple. So how is it that the triskelion logo is being used in this Simpsons episode right here? And it is what Ripple created their logo on. Plus, if we go on the Gematria calculator and we type in the Simpsons, it comes up as Skull and Bones. It also comes up as XRP Boom. It also comes up as Rothschild's bloodline, the royal lineage, the stage is set, big announcement, Tesla time machine. And as you guys know, in The Simpsons, they live in a town called Springfield. Well, if we type in Springfield on the Gematria calculator, it comes up as So It Begins, Master Plan, Moonshot, Gold Standard. Even if we type in just Simpsons and take the word the off of it, it comes up as Metacortex and the Phoenix. Now, we talked about this in a previous video with Metacortex specifically, coming up as Ripple XRP, and even XRP Ripple is like the first 3 things with Metacortex, and Ripple XRP all one word. And if you didn't see this post that I made on Twitter back in November, you can follow me at RunLifeNick, but I posted about where Metacortex comes from, and it's from the Matrix. And if you look at Metacortex's logo right here, it's simply the XRP logo turned sideways. Now, Neo is named Thomas Anderson, and what's interesting is Thomas Anderson from the movie comes up as number 589 in Hebrew Gematria, which is the exact same as Donald Trump and ISO XRP. It also is A Storm Is Coming, Ripple the Bull. So before you think I'm completely off my rocker here, well, I like to back this stuff up based on the charts and also fundamental news that's taking place, because Kraken is set to delist USDT and non-MiCA compliant stablecoins in the European EEA by March 31st. Now, Ripple's RLUSD is conquering the stablecoin market, and XRP is an auto bridge asset for every RLUSD transaction. And we can see on Magnetic here, RLUSD to XRP is the largest pair right here by volume. And it just listed here on the chart, you can see 18th of December of 2024. So it's brand new. So for the next few years, where do you guys think this is going to be? Because with this short-term sell-off right now, market makers are being paid to dump and pump crypto on tariff narratives. And the goal has been the $102,500 Binance liquidation level, which has been hit as Bitcoin is at $97,000. And so we can see the open interest here on the bottom of the chart coming down right now on the 2 hour. And if I were to zoom out to the 1 day, we can see the interest got up over $10 billion in the middle of December. And with it pulling back right now to $8 billion, we can just simply draw a trend line right here connecting the resistances together, and the open interest could see a much longer consolidation before the next breakout to the upside, along with the price to potentially come back down to these levels down here, where I would simply expect there to be a bounce to the upside for Bitcoin. And the reason why is simple. Look at how much leverage is now on the table to the upside, upwards of $106,000 to $110,000. We have over $150 million on the 2-week on CoinGlass right here, and not much to the downside on the 3-month because we already took out these levels back here around the 13th of January. Plus, if we look at total 2, the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, this is very comparable to what happened in the past on this breakout around, November to December of 2020. So on the right hand side of the screen, you can see when we went into January of 2021, we broke out. But when we cleared this resistance at roughly $170 billion, we rallied all the way up to $230 billion. And then we went through this washing machine coming back down to back test the previous resistance right here as support, and then just consolidated on top of it, formed another high, came all the way back down to back test it again, which was a massive sell-off of about 28%. And then we marched higher to break and form a new range. And then we just back test the previous one as support again, and then just work our way to new highs with higher lows and higher highs. And so where we are right now, in my opinion, is we're just doing something similar to what we did all through these levels right here. Whereas you can see a resistance at about $1.27 trillion. We cleared that on the 20th of November. We form a new high upwards of $1.65 trillion for the year. And then we just come back down, we back tested it once, we rally all the way up here to about 1.5 trillion. We even back tested it before then again, but now we're back testing it again right now. We came all the way down to 1.24. And so we see 1, 2, 3 points of contact, but yet we're still holding support. So this is why I'm not worried at all. Where things might get troublesome is if we do something like this and we break below support drastically, and then we do something like this. This is where I'd be a little bit concerned, but the fact that we are holding on top of the 10th of March's high is incredibly bullish. And the longer that we consolidate on top of this high, the healthier the bull run, in my opinion. So I would just expect the next move for the market to be something similar to what we went through during this stage right here. And I don't care when that happens, because when we look at the Bitcoin stock to flow model, it plays in line perfectly with how we're transitioning from dark orange to light orange to inevitably yellow, where we go the most parabolic before the top of the market in light green. So even if Bitcoin sees another back test of, $90,000, $92,000 and the open interest comes down a little bit further, in my opinion, that's just a great buying opportunity to back up the truck for the dip, because when we compare XRP to Bitcoin's price chart, we saw this before, all the way back from April of 2023 until October of 2023, where Bitcoin rallied all the way up to $30,000, came back down to back test the previous resistance, which was roughly $25,000 right here in February of 2023 as support. We bounced off of it. We formed a new high upwards of $31,000, and then we sold off back down to back test this zone again as support. And then we just worked our way on out of here before breaking out upwards of $35,000, inevitably running into the ETF news. So XRP right now, we can see the first high for XRP at $2.90. We see this sell off to support of $1.90, it respected the support again on the 20th of December, respected the support again on the 30th of December, and then we break out, we form a new high, similar to what we did right here for Bitcoin in June of 2023 until July of 2023. We did this for XRP, upwards of $3.30, and now we're selling off again. So bad news and good news. The bad news is that this consolidation could take a little bit longer than people could expect, and we could come back down to backtest and respect the support at roughly $1.90, similar to what happened here at the bottom of the screen for Bitcoin. That's very well possible. Am I saying that it's guaranteed? No, nothing's guaranteed, because we can just look at the past and we can use Confluence on other charts as an indicator of what we can expect for possibilities and how to prepare yourself in case of a scenario like this, which would be a sell-off back down to support, consolidation within this range, holding support, and then working our way on out of here to eventually break out like what Bitcoin did back in October of 2023. Also, when we bring up the MACD on the daily chart, we see a bearish cross on the 9th of December up here. We also just saw a bearish cross on the 25th of January right here. Now, looking back to Bitcoin, when Bitcoin broke out all the way upwards of $30,000, well, we saw a bearish cross right here, an attempted bearish cross. Inevitably, the main bearish cross was on the 18th of April when Bitcoin's price sold all the way off down here to support at about $25,000. It allowed the MACD to reset below zero, and then we saw a bullish cross on the 18th of June while we were below zero. The MACD goes back to the upside while the price breaks out upwards of $30,000 again, and then we see another bearish cross and a lower high on the MACD. So the MACD resets again below zero while the price comes back down to respect the support at 25,000, and then we see a bullish cross all the way down here. So there is a red flag right now and a little bit of a warning that I have for you guys on the XRP price chart, because on the daily we are seeing a lower high on the MACD, similar to how we saw a lower high by the 5th of July of 2023, and XRP's price is pulling back here. So what I would want to see for me to accumulate more XRP is for the MACD to reset below zero, just like we saw on the 29th of August of 2023 for Bitcoin, when Bitcoin's price came back down to about $25,000. And for us to see a bullish cross below zero, then the MACD to work its way back above zero, and for us to see positive momentum to the upside. So is XRP's bull run over? No, we're far from over. You know, if we broke below $1.90, then yeah, like I just said with Bitcoin, there might be some areas for concern there, and we could come all the way back down to backtest these levels all the way over here that we're at in the complacency stage for the 7th of September 2021 at like $1.46. This would be the next major stop after the high of April of 2021. But we're not there yet, so we take it day by day, and you have to be flexible in these markets, and you have to be able to adapt in order to thrive. So this is what I'm looking at right now on the price chart. The MACD looking very similar to what happened for Bitcoin between July of 2023 until September 2023. So unless XRP miraculously bounces from here and forms a new high, I would expect us to stay within this bull flag right here until we break either support or resistance. And so the likelihood of us breaking support to the downside is higher than us breaking resistance right now, similar to what we saw happen to Bitcoin in the past. But inevitably, when you're in doubt, you zoom out, because look at what happened to Bitcoin after that. When we did break out, we went absolutely parabolic. And so for XRP, there's just too much bullish news coming for XRP over the next few months. XRP ETF, we got the lawsuit ending. We got stablecoin regulation coming to the market. Ripple has their stablecoin out there, getting listed on more exchanges. Also, Bitcoin stocks to flow model shows us transitioning from light orange to yellow here soon. So that brings me to the question, is it possible for XRP to go to $10,000? Well, if we look at the Bitcoin price chart, back here in 2012, when Bitcoin was around $10, virtually nobody thought Bitcoin would go to $100, let alone $1,000. And sure enough, it happened. Then when Bitcoin dropped from $1,000 to $156, nobody thought it would recover from there. And sure enough, it went upwards of nearly $20,000. And so for people that thought Bitcoin wasn't going to make it to $100,000, well, last bull run cycle, it didn't. But here enough, right now, we went to over $100,000. So for XRP to go to $100,000, yes, it would take a lot more money. But right now at $2.60, do I think, and more importantly, it's not necessarily about what I think, is it actually statistically possible for XRP to hit $10,000? Well, if I ask Grok here, and let's see what artificial intelligence has to say, there's two responses here. Response number one says to reach a price of 10,000 per token, XRP would require an extraordinary market capitalization. Currently, XRP has a circulating supply of around 56 billion tokens and a total supply of 100 billion. Now, before you write this off and say market cap doesn't matter, well, currently price is actually measured by market cap and circulating supply. So at $10,000 per token, the market cap would need to be about $560 trillion, which is the entire derivatives market pretty much, or around 1 quadrillion if all tokens were in circulation. So for context, the global wealth is around $454 trillion, and the entire crypto market is currently a fraction of that. So on the contrary, people argue that XRP's utility in cross-border payments, asset tokenization, potential adoption by central banks, institutions like the IMF could drive its value to extraordinary heights, and that XRP is going to become the global settlement currency, the global reserve currency to bridge cross-border payments, and market cap doesn't matter. I understand all of those arguments to replace the SWIFT system, basically. So while the idea of XRP hitting $10,000 is not entirely outside the realm of possibility, it would just require an unprecedented convergence of global economic shifts aligning all at the same time. So statistically, the likelihood of achieving such a price remains extremely low based on current trends and economic realities. And the second response says statistically, it is highly unlikely for XRP to reach $10,000 per token based on current market dynamics. So could Grok and artificial intelligence be wrong? Yes, definitely. And if it's wrong and XRP doesn't hit $10,000 this market cycle, we make a lot of money. If it does, we make a lot of money. Either way, our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and is currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University through the link below. And although we make no guarantees because crypto is definitely risky, guys, this is only $97 a month or $970 a year. If you want to save $194, getting 2 months for free and unlock some exclusive bonuses, just go through the link in the description below. Get in right now. Watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers to help you become the first millionaire in your family tree. If that's a goal of yours, our goal is to help 1,000 members set their portfolio up for life this month. And you can get started through the link in the description below right now, or you can go to bullrunners.com to take advantage of the bonuses we're giving you before they expire. Everyone is loving the community. They're loving the education. They're getting access to real-time altcoin picks first before we ever make videos about them. So click the link in the description below, watch the video, and I'll see you on the inside.